these three variants describe our animalistic parts of us. So when we talk about self-preservation instinct, for example, that one can be described as, always feeling as like you're in danger or under attack. I think of like squirrels, groundhogs, rabbits that are like, aware, like always super aware, and like you can't really like attack them because they're like very aware of their surroundings, and they always, they're quick to like dart off. They're always trying to protect themselves. They're very careful and observant. Even maybe like bears who, they hibernate, so they have to store things for themselves. They're self-preserving, so they're looking out for themselves in a way. And one thing that Dr. Beatrice Chestnut said they can learn to do more is to learn to be more assistive and essentially selfless. Sometimes they're even told to give things away. When it's repressed in people, they place themselves in danger and not tending to the body. They can kind of be like reckless, either consciously or unconsciously. It's almost like they have this underlying feeling of like, oh, my life is not really worth much. And so they kind of like don't even, like Dr. Beatrice Chestnut said, that they may not even like look both ways before crossing a street, or they're just kind of like, reckless with their lives. Now for the sexual instinct, it's the animal instinct responsible for immediate/impulsive, intense mating, especially aggressively to beat out the competition, even if it's temporary. So when you look into the animal kingdom, then you see like, people like peacocks, for example, where they're trying to, in a way, show off who they are, and like there's kind of like this instinct between animals, like even bulls and all types of animals, where it's like, okay, they see a potential mate and they fight out the competition to mate with that person. It's almost like that impulse, like, I have to do this now. I have to have that connection now. And it's very aggressive at times. They have an intensity in merging and on an instinctual level that is beyond actively working on emotion. It's opportunistic mating. So it's not just, oh, well, I really love my partners and everything. And so, no, it's more like you see the partner and you have this drive to mate with that partner, to like, when you have a romantic partner or even like a friendship, you like have this intense focus on that person that's so overwhelming that like it's almost like nobody else matters. Like you've wrapped yourself around that partner. Sexual dominants are advised to learn to spread their energy to more people, not to be so intense and fixated on just one or a select few. They can tend to focus their energy so overwhelmingly on that partner or on that friend or on just these couple of people, and they may become like very prone to disappointment because they're expecting so much from these people, when in actuality they should be spreading and dispersing how much they would like to receive from a group of people. There's only so much that one person can give you, and there's only so much that maybe even like a few people can give you. But then when you like kind of are getting your needs met from a community of people, for example, and you still have like those select few that you're really close with, then that keeps you from being prone to like, a lot of like idealizations, for example. Now, when the sexual is repressed in a person, so when it's your third instinctual variant, generally speaking, this comes up in not picking up on when others are expressing attraction to you, or when you do notice it, it repels you and makes you uncomfortable in a way. The social instinctual variant is more about your relationship to the group or your position in the group, but it doesn't necessarily mean your involvement in the group. Because, for example, leaders are not necessarily like involved in the group, but their relationship to the group, or like that kind of like even almost that hierarchy in the group. So it doesn't always mean your involvement in the group or even liking to be in the group, but it's that focus on your relationship to the group and that awareness of where you stand in a group and who you are in a group. They tend to be energetically promiscuous. I think of the Lion King. Like how Mufasa, he, in my opinion, was definitely a social dominant. Like he knew where he stood in the pride, not even just of the lions, but like the whole animal kingdom was like bowing down to him in the Pride Lands, and he knew exactly like how to run it. He knew about the circle of life, and he knew like like how everything influences each other. They can be likened to like of a herd maybe, or birds, like a flock of birds, and how they all know like how to migrate, and like they have this instinct on how to move together, as a group. And then wolves, even as they're in a pack, and then they sense danger in the pack, like they have this awareness of the group. When social is repressed, then social it could pretty much be like disassociating from the group, not adding your piece to the collective, being unaware of when you're destroying your reputation, or not even caring when you do. Because in a way, it's almost like so some social repressed people might literally just be unaware, like, wait, what did I say? Like, they didn't know that what they said was offensive, or that it was ruining or damaging their reputation, because they probably like overshared, or they're not sharing at all, or they shared some opinion of theirs that was like not done in a tactful manner, etc. Unknowingly offending groups of people, and not being aware of where you're positioned in a group, nor aware of how you're affecting the group. So this is a lot of times, politicians, for example, who might just soil their reputation because they've offended several groups of people and had no idea that they did that. What? I didn't understand how that was even racist in a way, or like I didn't understand how that was going to affect these people. That's just a really quick overview, and I just want to emphasize that you guys like really like look into your actual Enneagram types before you look into the instinctual variants, and you don't just go by the instinctual variants and disembodiment of those. Granted, I will be providing links in the description. If it's not there right now, check again soon and it will be there. These are going to be links that I believe are very helpful for you identifying which instinctual variant that you might be in, even which sequence that you might have. But please, do not get so hung up on just the disembodiment of the instinctual variants that you forget to actually look at your actual Enneagram type. Because again, your Enneagram type is going to be more important than your instinctual variant. It's going to be what peppers your instinctual variant. Not every instinctual variant is the same. Hit me up if you guys want coaching. You can hit me up in the description. There's a link over there. You could also email me at dweezy2blessed@icloud.com, and then title it profiling session if you want to know which Enneagram / Myers-Briggs type that you are, or if you just want like actual coaching, if you want relationship coaching, whatever it might be, like, just hit me up. Even if you just want to talk and chat for an hour, we can do that too. So yeah, I think that's about everything, and done.